tired all the time. You wake up tired. You crash mid-afternoon. And by the end of the day, you've got nothing left. So you do what most people do. You add more coffee. You try another supplement. You reach for sugar just to make it through. But no matter what you try, that energy never really shows up. It's like your body's not even listening. And the worst part, you've actually been trying. You cleaned up your diet. You've done the earlier bedtime, the magnesium, the B complex, the ginseng. You've even tried building that perfect morning routine that everybody swears by. And still, you're freaking tired. Did you know that fatigue is one of the top 5 reasons women visit their doctor? But over 70% of the time, their labs come back normal. That means that the average woman leaves with no answers, just more prescriptions and guesswork. Here's the truth no one is saying. It's not your willpower, it's not your mindset, and it's not that you need another cleanse or routine. It's that you haven't identified the real reason that your body's tired. Most people never think to ask the right question. They jump from trend to trend without even ever checking first what their body actually needs. Hi, I'm Janelle, and I've been helping people feel better for 40 years. Ever since I watched my mom struggle with symptoms doctors couldn't explain. That moment changed everything. We opened a wellness store, started testing everything, and after working with thousands of real people, I noticed a pattern. Most people aren't stuck because they're doing the wrong things. They're stuck because they're missing the one thing that brings all the right things together. Not another plan, not another protocol, but a method. One that shows you how to find the actual root cause in just a couple of minutes. Choose the right solution that fits you, even if you're standing in the store aisle trying to make a decision, and track if it's working long before your symptoms change enough to feel it. Whether your fatigue is coming from yeast or candida, adrenal burnout, thyroid overload, low iron, or something else entirely, stick with me because I'm going to show you how to spot which one is actually driving your symptoms. I've seen clients who thought it was their thyroid, but when we tested using this method, the real issue was a yeast overload, and the fix that finally worked had nothing to do with thyroid support. This is why chasing symptoms doesn't work, and why testing first does work, because it identifies what your body needs. The simple health test helps you figure out what's really going on and how to fix it without guessing. It puts you back in control, not your practitioner, not what's trending on social media, not the labels on the bottles or what the Amazon reviews say. Just you and your body's real-time feedback. Last week, we talked about why your parasite cleanse made things worse. Next week, I'm going to reveal 3 healthy habits that secretly keep you tired. So go ahead, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and drop a comment if this already sounds like your story. Okay, let's get into it. So you've done everything and you're still exhausted. You cleaned up your diet, you tried the B complex, you said no to the bread basket, you bought the adaptogens, you even considered cutting sugar. You did what they said would work, and yet you're still foggy, still crashing halfway through your day, still wondering why your body feels like it's working against you. If the hard stuff didn't work, what's left? That's what this method finally answers. Comment still tired if this is you, and go sign up for the free class. The link is in the description. Mia came to me after trying everything. She had the cleanest diet of anyone I knew. She wasn't just reading the labels, she was researching each ingredient. And if you're like Mia, you know how time consuming that is. And all of the conflicting data. She had drawers full of products, supplements, vitamins. She followed all the plans, but she was still waking up tired and crashing by 2 p.m., battling skin outbreaks and wild sugar cravings. Each time she started over, she felt worse. The more she tried to fix herself, the more she started to believe maybe she's just broken. And then one day she told me, I don't know if I can try again because every time I do, I crash harder and it scares me. She didn't need another protocol. She didn't need another 10-step routine. She needed a method, one that could help her pinpoint what was actually going on, identify the solution that fit her body and her issues, and track if it was working before she spent another month or another dollar. That was the missing piece. And when the method was used, something she never expected was discovered. The fatigue wasn't random. The cravings weren't about willpower, and her body wasn't broken. It was overloaded. She had a clear signal, and finally, she had something that moved the needle. Within a week after starting with the right support, she called saying, "Oh my God, my headaches are gone. I dropped 3 pounds and I feel emotionally stable again. I can't even believe it." Because that's what clarity feels like. Not perfect, not fixed overnight, but finally headed in the right direction. So let's talk about why this really happens, why you can do everything right, cut sugar, eat clean, try the gut protocols, sleep more, even add all the right supplements and still feel worse. It's not because you're doing the wrong thing. It's because most of what people try is based on theory, not your actual body. And here's the thing, even if the product is good, even if the food is healthy, it doesn't mean it's helping you right now with everything else your body is juggling. That's why people stay stuck. It's not lack of effort. It's not laziness. It's not even the wrong thing. It's mismatch. The body is overloaded and you're unknowingly stacking things that don't work together. That's where the simple health test method changes everything. It doesn't just show you what might work. It helps you identify what moves that needle for you. No guessing, no lab reports, no waiting for someone else's permission to try something new. Just a clear, simple way to find the issue, choose the solution that fits, confirm that it's working before the symptoms even shift so that you can stop wasting time, stop wasting more money on the wrong things, and most important, that you're not accidentally making things worse. That's why it's working for people who've tried everything already. Let me give you a gross but weirdly perfect example. Trying to fix your fatigue without knowing the real issue, it's like covering a clogged toilet with a scented candle. You didn't fix the problem. You just made the room smell a little nicer. You're still backed up. You're still dealing with the same mess underneath. And eventually, it's going to overflow. That's what most people are doing with their health. They're chasing symptom relief instead of identifying what's really going on underneath because they don't have a method. But once you do, you know exactly what the issue is. You know which solution fits your body, and you can check if it's working before it overflows again. That's how you finally stop chasing fixes and start seeing change. If you felt worse during your last cleanse, that's not a breakthrough. That's your body saying, "This ain't it." Feeling worse is not progress. It's not die off. It's a mismatch. The cleanse might be great, but it wasn't what you needed. Mia didn't fail her cleanse. She just didn't have a method that could show her what the real root was, what would actually work with her body, and how to track if it was helping before the symptoms shifted. That's why Simple Health Test Method is different. It doesn't guess, it identifies, it confirms, so you stop pushing your body through things it never agreed to in the first place. Sound familiar? Go sign up for the free class. I'll show you how to finally fix what's underneath. Now, here's the part no one talks about. When your body says no, but you keep going anyway, that's not willpower. That's a recipe for burnout. And the longer you stay on that path, the more drained you become, the less your body trusts anything you do. And the scary part, the harder it gets to even notice what's helping. The real damage isn't just the cleanse that backfires, it's what happens after. You question yourself, you lose trust in your body, and you stay stuck in the same cycle, spinning, hoping, guessing. But the worst part, You start thinking it's you, that you're the problem, that maybe this is just how life is now. Let me be clear. It's not about more discipline or waiting longer for something to kick in. If it's the wrong fit, more time doesn't fix it, it compounds it. That's why people go from just tired to reactive to inflamed to completely shut down. Because the real issue underneath, it was never addressed. So, no, you're not crazy for wanting answers. You're not wrong for being frustrated, and you're not lazy, broken, or even too sensitive. You just need a way to see what's actually happening in your body right now before the next symptom shows up. That's why this method exists, because trying harder doesn't fix the wrong thing. Knowing what to fix and how does. So you're not left wondering, is it me? Am I missing something? If you've ever pushed through a cleanse only to feel worse, that wasn't a healing crisis. That was a mismatch. Your body didn't agree. But without real feedback, you can't know what's working or what's not. So the real issue stays buried, and your energy pays the price. This method stops that spiral. It gives you one powerful shift, clarity in real time from your own body. And listen, if you've been caught in that loop of trying harder, it's not your fault. It's not that you missed something. It's that no one ever taught you how to ask the right question first. Because what if this whole time, the reason you're still dealing with fatigue or flare ups isn't because you didn't go deep enough with your last detox, but because it wasn't the thing your body was actually asking for? Let that land. It doesn't matter how good a supplement is. If it doesn't match your root issue, you won't move the needle. And worse, while you're waiting and hoping for a change, that real issue might be building behind the scenes. That's why clarity isn't optional, it's urgent. Every day you stay in that loop is another day your system stays in survival mode, burning out, backed up, losing ground instead of gaining it. That's why this method had to exist, to give you a way out. Here's the part that no one tells you. It's not that the cleanse didn't work. It's that you had no way to know which cleanse to choose for you, for your body, and for your unique issues at their root. Because your body's not tired for no reason. Something is draining it. Maybe it's Candida, maybe it's adrenal fatigue, maybe it's thyroid or toxins or mold or low iron at the root of your fatigue. But if you're guessing, you're wasting time and more energy. So, what does that actually look like? It means you're not guessing in the supplement aisle anymore. You're not Googling symptoms at 2 a.m. You're not using one thing after another, hoping something eventually sticks. Instead, you learn one simple self test, and suddenly your body is giving you the feedback that you needed in real time. You check in, and your body tells you right there on the spot whether it's a fit, but not just any fit, the best fit. Because while some remedies might be okay, another might be better without causing a disruption somewhere else in your body. That makes more sense, right? So when you do this, you feel the difference without labs, no waiting, just your body showing you what it needs. And once you learn how to listen like that, you don't unlearn it. You'll be able to apply it anytime, anywhere, because you'll start seeing things differently, not just in your health decisions. It's going to show up in your relationships, your routines, your energy. Everything gets clearer when your body becomes your guide. Now, what if you could find out what your body's actually reacting to right now? Choose a solution that fits you, not someone else's protocol, and even know if it's working before your symptoms even change. Will that help you? Guide you into having clarity? Save you from trying harder? Me, I thrive on having that clarity in real time. Body-led answers. It saved me enormous amounts of time, energy, and money. It saved our students the stress of dealing with another thing that almost worked. You've done enough guessing. Let your body show you what it needs next. If you're nodding right now, go sign up for the free class in the description. I'll show you how this method works and how it's helping people get clarity in minutes, not months. Maybe you've been told to just stick with it, to give it more time, push through that discomfort. It's part of the healing process. But here's the part no one says out loud, especially if they're trying to sell you on something, maybe a product or more services. If it's not the right solution, then more time doesn't fix it. And it can actually deepen the problem. When a cleanse backfires, when your fatigue gets worse, when your skin flares up or your sleep crashes, that's not a sign to double down. That's a signal something's off. The longer you keep pushing through with the wrong fit, the more exhausted your system becomes, while the real issues keep growing underneath. You don't need more willpower. You need a way to test what's actually helping before things spiral. How to know if it's working? Let's say you try something new, a supplement, a food, a product. How do you know if it's helping or secretly hurting? See, most people wait for symptoms, but that's backwards because symptoms, they're slow and they're the last thing to shift. But if you knew instead how to check right away, even before you feel a change, what would that save you? Weeks of guessing or maybe months? You'll know within minutes if something is helping, harming, or doing nothing at all. No more wasted time. No more hoping it works. No more crossing your fingers. Too many people today spend years stuck in the same symptoms, like my mom did, and eventually they give up looking for answers. They start managing, coping, using language like, well, I guess it's just age. I've had this since I was a kid. Maybe this is just how my body is now. But it's not. You're not broken. You've just never had a way to get real feedback until now. You can have honest feedback from your body in real time. That's the difference. Now, stay with me because I'm about to show you what makes this method unlike anything else you've ever tried and why it works when nothing else has. Most programs say give it time, but inside Simple Health Test Method, you'll know if it's working within seconds. And this isn't about waiting 3 months and then hoping. It's about checking in with your body right now and seeing if what you're doing is actually moving that needle. And here's the part no one says. You can do this without labs, without making appointments, and without invasive testing. Just you standing in your kitchen, your bathroom, a store aisle, tuning in and getting that real feedback in the moment, right there on the spot. Because let's be honest, most people waste time on things that sound good or worked for someone else. But if your body's not responding, it's not the right solution. This skips all that guesswork. You test the real issue, you test the real fix, and you know in real time if it's working. It gives you that direction before symptoms ever shift. No more hoping, no more wondering, just answers. Go sign up for the free class. I'll walk you through exactly how we do it. Once you learn how to listen to your body, you'll never unsee it. You'll never go back. You don't just feel better, you start showing up differently. When you know exactly what your body needs, you stop second guessing, you stop chasing trends, you start trusting yourself again. And that one shift, that changes everything, right? Because when your energy comes back, you finally wake up ready to take on the day. You have the clarity to finish that project or chase that promotion. You have the energy to show up for your partner with enthusiasm, not obligation. You say yes to plans again because you're no longer just managing symptoms. You stop watching life from the sidelines and you start living it. This isn't just about relief. This is about restoring your power. And once you feel that, you're never going to want to give it up. Go sign up for the free class. You'll never look at your body the same way ever again. Here's the truth. I wish someone had told my mom and I sooner because it would have given her more time living the life she wanted and less time wasted trying to manage her symptoms. It's not more effort you need to put in or more discipline. It's not even about finding the right product. It's about having that direction to get the answers that fit you without waiting months, without guessing, without burning out going through that process. So if you're still stuck in that fatigue cycle, still chasing quick fixes that don't stick, still relying on solutions that don't actually fit you, now you know why. It's not that you didn't try hard enough. It's not about discipline. It's that no one showed you a better way to find the right solution for you and your body. Because when you're exhausted, the last thing you need is to try harder. What you need is clarity. That's exactly what the Simple Health Test method gives you. You'll discover how to figure out what your body's actually dealing with. Pick the solution that fits you and track if it's working in real time, ever before the symptoms change. You'll know because when you stop second guessing yourself, when you know what works and what doesn't, and you can prove it in real time to yourself, you're not just managing your symptoms anymore. You're finally leading your own healing. So go sign up for that class. The link is in the description. This is how you take your power back. And this time, it's not guesswork. And hey, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss next week's video. We're diving into the 3 foundational shifts that help your body start healing without the overwhelm, overhauls, or trending biohacks. I'll see you there.